Okay, so a little update on the transmission. So have the gear set out, and I mean I've already shown the lay shaft where it broke. So the lay shaft broke, and then I also broke first gear, which was a it was a 1734 first gear, and it shed 3 teeth. So luckily I found those 3 teeth. So there's actually a channel in here. You can see it. There's 2 little holes in the bottom of that, and those holes actually lead to where the ring and pinion gear is. So if these little pieces were to make it into the ring and pinion, then obviously it would destroy that as well. So very fortunate that that didn't go into the ring and pinion. But so it destroyed first gear. Well, it destroyed 3 teeth off of first gear, and it also destroyed the lay shaft. Upon further inspection, a couple of the dogs have severe wear, this being one of them. This was actually one that I replaced. Whenever I bought the car, it actually came with a few extra dog rings, and so I put a new one in there. But this other one down here also has pretty good wear, and then my reverse dog also has a pretty good amount of wear, and the first reverse synchro has some wear, some pretty good wear as well. So basically my thought process behind this is gonna be $3,000 to get this thing rebuilt, because I mean you can't just take this stuff out and replace it. Like, these are the where it's set on the shift rod is very I mean there's a bunch of tolerances and stuff to make sure that you know, the placement of the gear is in the proper place, all that good stuff. So you have to have a setup jig, something like this, and basically you have to be able to measure where this is, the actual location of this relative to the gear stack. So anyways, so to get it rebuilt is $3,000 plus the parts of, well, plus the cost of parts. So I'd probably, yeah, I mean, if I'm lucky, it might be $3,000. I don't know. I mean, I've never done this, but I'm just going off of the word of some other guys that rebuild transmissions. But what I did find, and also the other issue is, I guess this, so this is the shift finger. It goes inside of this brass bushing, and then there's also another brass bushing in here. And I guess once they get worn, it makes it to where you can start selecting multiple gears at once, and that's what's happening in my case. So I think I want to say that they were saying to replace either this or the bushings. I can't remember exactly, or both. But I can go through. I could theoretically replace the lay shaft, replace first gear, and put it back together and probably be okay. But like it would drive and all that good stuff. But the thing is, if I'm out there on the limit like I was, and really going and using the transmission, using the car to its capacity, then the same thing is just going to happen again. Because I mean, it was what the shift that I did was a 2-3 shift. It was, the car was not under load. It was in a straight line, and it was just a simple 2-3 shift. So I'm pulling directly down, because on this car, first gear is all the way over to the left and down, and then it's a typical H pattern where you have second gear is in the middle up, third gear and middle down. So I mean, that's just straight down shifts. So I mean, it's probably the easiest shift that you can make on this car, and this still happened. So if I fix this and don't address whatever issue that caused all of this, then the same thing's going to happen again. And I might not be so lucky. And I mean, it's not going to be lucky either way, because I mean, breaking the lay shaft, the lay shaft alone is $1,000. So I can't afford to do this again. So I found a rebuilt transmission that's 100% ready to go for $4,500. So I think that is going to be the route that I go, and what I'll do from there. So I'll buy that case, or that gearbox, and then I'll take this gearbox and actually part it out. these parts are still good. Like someone can still use these other parts on their builds or whatever. And I might honestly just keep a couple of these gear sets. That way I have some spares. But these gear sets actually sell for $200 or $300 a piece. And then you can, I'll probably keep a couple of the covers as a spare. Because I guess if you ever spin and hit the rear and break the wing or whatever, because the wing is mounted to the back of the gearbox. So it's nice to have some spares. So I can part out the gear sets, and then I can sell the case with, because the ring and pinion is still good, and those are $1,500 bucks, 2,000 or something like that. So if I do it that way, then I can get most of, well, maybe like $2,500 of my money back, in which case I'd only be in a new gearbox that's completely rebuilt, ready to go for $2,500 bucks. So that's going to be the plan for that. Obviously it's going to be a little bit before I'll be able to do that, so the car is going to be down for a little bit. But in order to fund that, I am actually selling it's a 2014 981 Cayman S. It's got 105,000 miles on it. It's white with black interior, PDK, garage kept its entire life. It was just serviced by Porsche of Dallas. I mean, the car is, it's one of the only cars that's like has above like 60,000 miles that literally has no leaks whatsoever. I mean, it's a beautiful thing that it was so well kept. So if you're interested in a Porsche Cayman, or one of your friends are, feel free to email me and I'll happily work a deal with you. But as far as this goes, while this is down, I actually struck a deal with my local paint guy. So I run a car dealership, and so I mean, that's why I have all this other crap here. And he's done some side jobs for me every once in a while, and we struck a deal to do an actual paint scheme on this car with the spare body that it came with. So that is what I have been doing for the past couple of days. I've had to, I mean, these are brand new side pods from Formula Mazda, and I have, excuse the mess, everything, it's ridiculous in here, I know, I'm sorry. But so I have the new side pods, the new nose, and then this new cover. The only thing that I need, and I actually have some of the new end plates for the front wing and the rear wing, because some of the ones that I have are pretty well beat up. As you can see, just not, they're all, you can't, I don't know if you can see that or not, but they're kind of bent up and stuff. But yeah, the only thing that I'll need is a new engine cover. I'm not sure that I want to use this one. This one's got some cracks in it, as you can see. And yeah, just not really what I want to use. So I think that's the only thing I'll actually have to buy. But yeah, I actually went through and I've installed a bunch of nut certs. That way I can bolt all this stuff in and get everything 100% lined up and looking good. So yeah, I'm just going to continue. I've already done the right side. As you can see, everything's already been drilled and ready to go. And I just had to trim a little piece off right here to make this one fit. Yeah, this will be, I'll bolt everything to the car and take it to the paint guy, and then he'll do his, he'll work his magic and make it super cool. And then whenever I get it back, I'll put the mesh screen in here and all that good stuff. That way I protect the radiators, and then yeah, then it'll be looking super cool. And I'm also talking to him about potentially painting these panels and the roll bar. At least this, because this just looks silly. But yeah, the goal is to make it look nice. So yeah, figured I'll take you along with me for the journey. So I did this guy and this guy, and basically how these are being threaded in is they're called nut certs. So it's this little guy. Whenever you have a like, I guess, a singular plane of metal, well, in this instance we're working with metal, so a singular plane of metal that you can't otherwise tap, you use these guys. And this tool right here, what it does is it's kind of like a rivet. So you put it in, and then once you pull these handles together, it'll actually squish the other side of this and cause it to mushroom. And basically it'll secure it in place in whatever you're working with. And they're threaded on the inside. This being, I think it's like 10 by 24 or something, some standard size. But so yeah, I went through and strategically put them in certain areas. And yeah, from here, I'm gonna do one more back here. And then I already have two located in the rail for this guy, for this pan right here, and then I have two more right here for this controls my my camera. So and that guy goes right there. So, and then after that, there's gonna be one, I'm gonna have to drill one hole right here for this bar, and then I'll have to do one more hole right here, and that is the Zeus fastener. And we've got every single hole drilled, and boom. And now we just need this guy right here and this guy right here. And what I thought was pretty cool, I was at Lowe's yesterday. So these little bolts like to just do the vibrations of the car. They like to come loose. So this is the bolt that we're using, and then I got a lock washer, the actual space, why can I not remember the name of this freaking thing? Oh my gosh, a washer, whatever. And I gotta open this up. And like a little rubber washer deal. So with it all stacked up, it looks just like this. And I mean, I think it's going to be a clean look, but it'll also prevent it from backing out. And it'll be easy on the paint, so it won't be chipping the paint and all that good stuff once the panels are done. So I think those are pretty cool. Okay, so we're going to install one of these nutserts. Give you guys a little demonstration. Okay, so you have your tool, you have the nutsert, thread the nutsert on, and you got to make sure the handles are spread apart, otherwise you won't be able to screw the nutsert in all the way. Put the nutsert in the rail that you just drilled, and it's going to be, the drill bit that you use is going to be dependent on the size of nutsert that you're using. So whenever you buy the nutserts, it should say what size drill bit you need to drill your hole. So you put that in, put these guys together, and that'll actually mushroom the nutsert, and then unscrew your bit, and voila, you've got a nutsert. Yeah, we just finished drilling all the holes, getting everything mounted. So the side pods are done. The only thing I freaking messed up on this guy, I don't know how I messed up, but I got the right hole. So whenever we go to the paint, we'll just have to get that one fixed. But I'll open up this hole to fit the correct Zeus fastener, and then after it's painted, I'll rivet the Zeus fastener on. Yeah, that's new side pods. Super excited about these things. I'm super excited about how this car is going to look whenever it's done.